Whoop, there it is. Welcome, welcome. Wanna know? Welcome, welcome. Okay. Seems to be going back to the old times of my last MacBook that used to sound like it was taking off when I'd be streaming. So much for the upgrade. Everything's a downgrade these days. Fucking. Everything's a downgrade. Downgrade ass motherfuckers. Fucking bullshit bastards. Anyway, look. Peace, love, and unity. West side. Let's throw up the wins. Who's winning out there? Anyone winning out there? No, no one's winning. I don't like the way that. I don't like the way the camera is. I don't like anything that's going on right now. Very upset. Right. So there's this old man, and he walks around his garden 100 times and raises, how much is it? 25 million pounds. And then there's an old lady walking up and down the stairs, raising a couple of million too. I'm not really sure what's next, to be honest. I'm quite baffled by looking at things from afar. Being the fact that I haven't set foot in the UK since November. The whole place looks fucking crazy right now. It's like, what is going on? This is nuts. Now, I'm no hater or nothing. I'm just saying. I just see this and just go, what? I just think, back in the day when people were doing, stuff that raised money for charity, it'd be something, crazy. I don't know, you go climb a mountain or something, wrestle a shark. Do you know what I mean? Smear honey in yourself and run into a bear enclosure. Those kind of things. It just looks from afar. It just looks like you fucking lost your minds. That's all. It just looks like that. Cause I'm like, what? I get. Look, I get it. I totally get it, and it's fine. It's cool. It's cool. Good on him. Clap, clap, clap. It's fine. It's just when you have a step back from it and look at it, you go, what? Yeah, I know no one can go outside and shit, but like, well, it's like, is everyone has been inside for too long. It seems it's like this is the best thing going for you. Is the greatest achievement of 2020 right now is a 90-year-old geezer. No, 100-year. How old is he? Old as fuck. 100-year-old geezer walking around his garden is the greatest achievement of 2020. I don't know. It's just like, what, that raises that much money? Well, what's next? I mean, Jesus. The bar has been set exceptionally low, is what I'm saying. I mean, it's down here, so why is no one out there trying to top that? Because I think you can top that. Yeah, I know he's old and he's got a Zimmer frame and shit. I know, but like, surely you can fucking. Where's someone going, I'm going to piss all over that? Now, where's the sense of competition? Everyone's just flaccid now. Do you know what I mean? You all just stink now, don't you? You're all just stinking with your badly kept hair. All the girls are fucking just rotten because they haven't been to the hairdressers and shit. Do you know what I mean? You're just letting yourselves go, innit? Just like not shaving your legs and not washing your foofs. Do you know what I mean? Just fucking sat in bed drinking lager at 9 in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Fucking smoking a cigarette, fingering yourself. And then the kids walking on you, just like, lockdown innit? And just keep going and shit. Life's just reached this it's just plummeted. The expectations of everything, it's like, well, this is life now, fuck it. The most impressive thing is an old man walking around his garden. That's the pinnacle of existence right now. I'm just looking at it going, fuck me, man. Where's the... I just don't see any sort of revolution coming from this. I sort of had these delusions that people were going to do something incredible. But now I'm just thinking, no, you've all sort of just gone, nah, you're just a bunch of deflators. You're all fucking deflated. You're just like a bunch of balloons. You know? Just a bunch of deflated balloons. You know, the deflato army, you ain't fucking doing shit. You're just like, here's an old man walking around his garden. I'm just gonna go for a shit whilst the kids are walking around, and I'm not gonna close the door. Right, kids, man. This is me and my natural state, kids, man. Fuck happened to you? What's going on, man? Well, I'll say this, though. I say it's all very well, you know, raising all this money for the NHS and so forth. Yeah. But, like, I think at this sort of time, I don't think you should be donating any money. You should be sort of saving the money for yourselves if you're fucking jobless and shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're going to need that money because you might not even end up needing to go to hospital. You know, you might be able to prevent that from buying some rice or something, or a baguette. You won't have any money for your baguettes because you donated to a pensioner walking around his garden. And I'll put it like this as well. My problem with the whole NHS thing is no, look at me, I'm going to sound like a right hater. Like, I'm not. I'm just saying, you know, when we had all the problems with terrorism, you know, when there was the last big spat of terrorist attacks in the UK was like 2017. It was like at the end of the year. It just seemed like it was never going to stop. It was just fucking relentless. You know, you had the Westminster Bridge attack, and then you had the bomb on the fucking, what was it, on the district line? I think it was the district line. And then London Bridge attack, and there was also that white geezer attack, you know, ran people over outside a mosque. You know, what's stuff going on in Europe? It was like, my God, when's this going to end? And, you know, they had the police commissioner, you know, whining on about, we've had all these cuts to police, you know, there's no police, we haven't got enough men on the ground, and there's about 30,000 known suspected jihadis out there on the streets, and we can't keep up with them. It's like, what, 30,000 fucking known jihadis? What? That's a lot. That's quite a lot of dangerous people out there. And they're like, we need more money. They're sort of crying and weeping like, we need money, man. Where's the money? Even though, you know, I mean, the London Bridge attack, like, they killed a lot of people, but they were got pretty quickly. I mean, like, the armed response unit was quite close by, but, like, you know, it only took a few minutes for them to turn up, and it was just, bah, 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 and it was over, wasn't it? It was like, bah, 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 bah. They were dead. Yeah, just fucked them up, man. Dead. I mean, some people said, oh, the humanity, they didn't have to kill them. Like, yes, they did. Good. But the point was that they kept going, oh, we ain't got the money. We need the fucking money. And it's like, see, told you we need the money. And then ever since then, when everything calmed down, because 2018 just, I don't know, just a blanket of peace fell across Europe. And, all the terrorists sort of just gave up, I think. I don't know what they did. Maybe they got jobs. I'm not sure. Maybe they all learned to code or something. I don't really know what happened to all these jihadis. They sort of just disappeared. And they haven't really done anything since then. They haven't really been that active. I don't know what they're up to, you know. Did they all sort of just go, bored now, sucks. I don't know why they all just fucked off. And then, of course, they were like, oh, the far right's the problem now. And I was like, we need money. Because the far right are going to fucking rampage through Europe, and we are underfunded again. So, all right, it just seems like you're just inventing enemies and scare stories to just constantly get more money. It's just what it feels like to me. You know, the biggest threat to British national security is the far right. And who's the biggest threat in the far right? Oh, apparently National Action. How many of them are there? Oh, there's under 100 of them scattered across the country. It's like, well, that sounds like a very niche thing to me. I mean, that's nothing to be terrified of. What, 100 lunatics? There's more people in the fucking Ghetto Boys gang. There's more people in the Burger Bar Boys than there are in fucking National Action. Like, if you're going to talk about threats to society, a 200 strong gang who've all got guns might be a bit more worrying than just a bunch of loons who have swastikas and fucking paint, put hoods on their babies and shit, and just weirdos. Just fucking weirdos. I ain't gonna be afraid of no fucking weirdos. You just think, I know, what the fuck are you going on about? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going about, alright? Mr. Impatient. People don't have patience no more. I'm talking about, now there's a pandemic, and now the NHS are constantly going, we need money. It's like, now it's just seeing it's cash grab time. It's like, we want the funding, we want the money. Because it's not all, everyone, there's many different facets of the NHS. There's many different, it's not all going to go to where you think it's going to fucking go to. Do you know what I mean? It just seems like they'll just ramp shit up. If you think numbers are going to get twisted for terrorism, but not for, if you think hospital services and the health industry aren't going to twist numbers and ramp the panic up to get a bit more cash, you think it's just the police and the security services that will play those kind of games, then I don't know. I feel sorry for you. What you thinking? No one gets out dirty. No one's clean out there. Everyone gets dirty in the end. Look at charities. They're playing dirty games. They're all playing dirty games. So it's this is why I'm just like, I don't want to hear anything about people moaning about the NHS and shit, because it's just nothing's ever black and white in these situations. Everyone always wants more money, or think they should have more money in these public sector things. And charities too, look at charities, they're scumbags. Which charity was it? It was out in Haiti and just spending all the money donated to them on hookers. Do you know what I mean? On fucking Haitian hookers. I'm out in Haiti trying to save people by fucking them. I bet they didn't even pay that well, do you know what I mean? So spare me your fucking sob stories. But then you will get some proper haters out there. Like, I'm just joking around about watching an old man walking around his garden. I just think it's just fucking weird. That's the best thing going. It's just fucking, just listen to yourselves. Like, everyone's doing paintings of him. I've painted a painting of Major Tom. There's probably girls out there sending him direct, DMing him, saying, "I'll suck your dick, Major Tom." All right, I want to chill out, mate. But I've seen people, the proper, you're not going to catch me virtue signaling outside my house clapping for the NHS. Like, obviously, because I'm in Vietnam, and they'll just go, "What are you doing?" Because that's 8, was it 8 p.m.? I mean, it'd be 2 a.m. here, so at 2 a.m. just going, "Hope you can hear me." That's just, and I wouldn't be doing it anyway. I'm too cool for that kind of nonsense. I don't need to be looking virtuous and clapping for the NHS. Do you know what I mean? I'll clap for the person who does something amazing and, I don't know, creates a cure, or comes up with a system that just eradicates it. I'll give them a fucking clap outside my door. Yeah. I'm not going to walk out my door saying, "Well done for doing your job. Well done." Is this going to be is the post-pandemic mindset going to be your bin man comes up and you just walk out and go, "Let's clap for all the people that do the stuff"? Is that what you're going to be doing? Just walk out, "Hey, bin man." Or are you just out in a restaurant? And I don't know why it's in a restaurant or why you're talking to a stranger, but you do. Maybe you're on a double date and the other person, you're like, "So what do you do?" Saying, "I'm a care worker." And you just stand up and go. And then you look around and you go, Oi, wankers. Just a fucking care worker. And everyone stands up and claps. The whole restaurant's clapping. Is that how it's going to be? You're just going to clap at everybody all the time now? I mean, where's the end of this? I don't know. But at the same time, you've got these proper haters out there. You see them on social media going, "Yeah, why are you outside clapping for the NHS? If you clap for the NHS and you value Conservatives, then you deserve to die in your own tears." Like, shut the fuck up. No one cares. Your fucking bullshit. Like, You know what budget is like? There's people like going, oh, if I was in charge of the country, I know how to spend the money. I'm like, shut up, man. Shut up. If you really gave a shit, then you'd fucking give a shit about the stuff you should give a shit about. How about all the kids in care that are getting fucking diddled? Yeah, I don't see any clapping for that. Where's your virtue signalling about that? Why aren't you outside shouting and screaming about all the Africans that are being persecuted in China right now? Who are on the streets? Why aren't you outside booing? Why aren't you outside at fucking 8:15 booing China? That's what I'd like to know. You can be outside at 8 p.m, you know. Yeah, I'm going to clap for a nurse I've never met or something. How about you go outside at fucking 8:10? You can do, you know, if you want to clap for fucking 10 minutes or whatever. I don't know how long you're clapping for, you lunatics. And then proceed by that. Just boo for China. Just boo at China. And saying, let those Africans go home. Boo! These virtue signalers will just really do pick and choose what they want to get upset about. I mean, they don't get upset about the really important things, you know. Oh, if you go to hospital and you vote Conservative, you shouldn't get a ventilator, you should get a knife and cut your eyes out. That's what they're talking like. It's all right, shut the fuck up. The fuck do you know about anything? With your talk. Go outside at 10 past 8 and boo China. Let's go boo, and then flip the finger at the World Health Organization for good measure. Oh yeah, I forgot to say fuck you too. That'd be far better. Everyone booing. You know. Everyone's all about the fucking... Everyone's all about the fucking spreading the positivity. You know, yeah, fair enough, but you should be fucking raging out there as well. Like, boo! I'm going to fucking go outside and just boo. Just go, boo. Fuck you. We want the Premiership back. Alright? I want to watch the fucking Champions League final, you pricks. I'm upset. That's right, hold a football and go, boo! That's what you should be doing. I expect it from all of you. Because if the whole world starts booing at the same time, they'll probably hear it. That's a lot of boos, isn't it? Billions of boos. You know, and then you can get your little babies out going, boo! Why aren't you out there booing for China? These people who go, I'm going to go on a Trump protest in London. I'm going to take my babies there and wave a weird flag with all the gays. And you're like, what the fuck are you up to, man? Why aren't you outside booing at China? Why aren't you doing that? Go out and boo China. Right, who's up in the chat? Oh, loads of fucking... Oh, God. John B wants his penis enlargement still. That's right. Someone called D-Lane95. He's upset because I didn't reply to him. Who's your favourite rapper? What do you think of this rap hour? What the fuck? I think this is the Joe Budden podcast. What are you doing, man? Reply to a message. My racist. His balls are massive. What are you saying? Who wraps it up in 2020? Raw is law. John, you should be wrapping it up. It's people like that. It's people like you spread AIDS. You know? Because you're not discerning enough to, like, you'll have the girl that had sex with the, you know, this is how it all started. You had the girl or the boy that had sex with the AIDS monkey. You know, they were out in the jungle, they were fucking horny, and they saw the monkey and went, wow, I mean, we're like 98% the same species. You know, it's just the 2% sexy bit that's missing, I suppose. And, you know, they went and banged the AIDS monkey, and then someone like you was waiting, and then you banged the person who banged the AIDS monkey person. That monkey had his penis enlargement. Hey, monkeys don't need penis enlargements. I don't think monkeys are too fussed about, you know, about anything like that. You know what I mean? I don't think. You're just too random with your fucking. All your. Like, what did you say to Stealing for? I'm never clapping for you. Don't clap for. I don't want your fucking claps. Do you know what I mean? Why would it? Why are you assuming that I want you to? I need a fucking validation from people. Like what? I'm not you. I'd bang Girthzilla. Jesus Christ. Fucking Girthzilla. Yeah, everyone give a clap. Everyone go outside and boo. And fucking boo China. This is this is what you should be doing. You know, I'm very disappointed. I'm thoroughly disappointed in people's actions. You know what I mean? Right out there fucking sending some booze out. Go boo some bitches. You know what I'm saying? Give them things the booze. You need to be out fucking booing. Especially you, John. If you want your penis enlargement, it's going to be very difficult for you to get your penis enlargement with, you know, health services are just overrun with fucking just coffee people. You know, people like and shit. Yeah, I mean, they won't have enough time for making penises bigger, unfortunately. I'm not going to give you girth surgery, for goodness sake. That's not going to happen. Bloody missus. Does she know what fucking time it is? We know what bloody time it is. Do you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, go up, ABM, just go out and start booing. Let's just give it some booze, son. Because right across the board, you know, I'm 1 minute people are like, no one go outside, everyone stay indoors. Everyone stay indoors to protect the NHS and protect people. Now people have been indoors for like almost a month. Now they're going, I don't believe in any of it, it's nonsense, I don't think half of this stuff's real. It's like, people just can never make their minds up. It's whatever they don't like is the truth, you know, or not the truth. Do you know what I mean? Whatever suits them is the truth. And then as soon as the truth, and then when they don't like the truth or the truth they choose to believe, then they're like, no, this isn't true. And then they're upset again. Do you know what I mean? They just always want to. You just can't satisfy these people. I'm not surprised the government said we can't release the exit. Let the public know the exit plan, because we can't. Because they can't take responsibility for themselves, which I think is completely accurate. I don't think they can. Unfortunately, just proving yourselves. Like I said in the last thing, I was like, look, some of you just need to be told what to do. You can't make decisions for yourself. Do you know what I mean? You've been conditioned to rely on all this shit. Now look at the state of it now. Look where you're at now, man. Raw. You know what I mean? Shit gone fucked up. Mrs., are you cheating on me? Delay95, come back now, you whining bitch. He's replying. Yeah, I just, like... Yeah. D-Lane. We don't want D-Lane back. Let's just ban him. This is, no. Oh, he's a... I remember D-Lane. No. I'm joking. I'm not going to ban D-Lane, am I? It does fucking, you know, boo for D-Lane. No. Be nice. No, it's just You know, you talk to someone once and they just expect you to fucking talk to them every time. You know what I mean? Look, the whole. It says in the fucking chat as well. It says if I don't reply to you, it's because I'm fucking busy doing shit, like talking. This is just going across fucking 4 platforms. I can't be talking because like you're gonna suck off D-Lane if he's hung. Well, but only if he's hung. Is that it? only if he's hung though. I don't care if he's a good-looking chap. Girl, you're worse than someone like me. Like, I mean, a face looks like it's been set on fire and spat on by, a large prehistoric bird. But that ass is, god damn, you know what I mean? I know she's a convicted child murderer, but the titties, whoo! I'm not going to talk about my fucking bodily, about my physical appearances underneath the garments. To you, John B. That's not what this whole endeavour is about. Is discussing. No, you're always coming in with your weird shit, and I'm just not gonna indulge you whilst you're typing with one hand. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not gonna do that. It's not. This is. No, I don't. No, my OnlyFans is just me strangling kittens. That's what my fans like. Yeah, I've got a very solid niche on OnlyFans. It's strangling kittens. Do you know what I mean? And other times, I strangle my boy pussy. Strangle your boy pussy. No, I'm not gonna strangle your boy pussy. Goodness gracious me. Goodness, my graciousness, you know what I'm saying? This is all hella fucked up, fam. Anyway, look, I'm gonna take it. I need to take a quick break. I need to call her back. I need to call the bitch back. The bitch needs calling back. Is it uncomfortable having a large sausage? Yes, I'm sat on it right now and it's gone fucking numb. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back. Kenya. What the fuck? Anyone still here? Oh God. You just never leave the time. Well, what I noticed is the fucking geckos that hang outside on the balcony. Every time I go out there, I've been kind of mean to them because, you know, there's always loads of flies and shit. I'm like, why are you boys fucking eating these flies, you lazy fucks? But then I noticed earlier for the first time, they're just scared of me. I thought we had a good relationship. They're scared of me because he was sucking up flies like, you know, like some of your mothers suck dick. He was there. He was moving like. And like, I was impressed. Go get him, boys. Go get him, boys. Fucking do your thing. Because there's a lot to eat out there. Some nights. I don't know, since it rained for a day. It rained for a day the other day, and then suddenly all the larvae must have just come alive, and then there's just Friday night there was one whole bunch of weird fucking flies that somehow managed to get in here, and then last night there was a whole swarm of a different bunch of flies, like just different armies trying to take over this precious land that I call my condominium. It's common to be scared of big things. John, how many other streams do you go onto and talk about penis? How often is this occurrence? They're just out there, you know, just cruising the internet, talking about cock. I'm just curious about it, John. That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? Just wondering if there's ever going to be a sort of fine balance out here. You know, it's either just very in-depth, interesting discussions, or you know, just this sort of inane filth. He still needs penis enlargement surgery, so he says. Well, let's check out what's going on out in what we got here. Who else is out there? Okay. Right. Okay. It's all quiet. It's all quite quiet out there. I'm supposing now. I don't know how many people have probably invaded platforms right now. People are stuck at home, but shit, you know, when you got granddads walking around gardens and old farmers singing online, this is quite a fucking. It's quite a saturated market right now. Who's this? No. How's quarantine? I'm not in quarantine. I'm not in a silly country. I'm out here. We're not really quarantined. Just everything's closed. You can't. It's been absolutely fine. I woke up today. Do you know what I did today? I woke up, got invited for coffee. That coffee turned into 8 beers. Then I smoked a cigar and blacked out. That was my fucking morning. And I woke up again, and I just. It's like I've had 2 days in one day. I feel like it's Tuesday now, but it's fucking Monday. So I've been graced with 2 days. 2 days in one. Got drunk, fell asleep, sobered up, woke up, and started the day again. And here I am, encouraging people of the world to walk outside and boo into the sky at 8:10 GMT. At GMT, make sure that's what you're doing. Walking outside and booing into the fucking sky. Which fucking reminds me. Where's you man's quarantine? Where you quarantined at, man? Where's you on lockdown, for brethrens? I'm just kind of surprised when my mother told me that she couldn't get fucking supermarket delivery for like 2 weeks or something. I was like, what? I was like, well, why? Because I don't think I got enough drivers. I was like, well, surely with all the suddenly unemployed people out there, why don't they just get more fucking drivers and shit? I mean, Jesus Christ. Talk about businesses not stepping up to the plate and seeing an opportunity. I mean, what the hell's going on with these people? Fucking, I don't know. Like, just makes me feel like, am I the only person with any fucking decent ideas around here? Jesus Christ, they just need to. I mean, they just need to pay for me to come into the country and sort it out. That's all I can say. I'm just completely wasted on this. I really need to be given some sort of high level job in the government to be sort of a logistic person. I need to be a business guru, just going, hey, do you not get it? Increase the delivery times, get more deliveries out there, make more money. It's too fucking much for. It's too much to ask people to make. Too much to ask people to want to make money these days. I mean, like I said, everyone probably had these big ideas about, you know, I'm gonna learn how to be a fucking. I'm gonna learn that thing I always wanted to learn how to do. Like, they think they can learn some mad skill or something, then become, I don't know, learn how to karate chop someone in the face. I don't know. Say, yeah, I'm gonna read these books. I'm gonna learn how to be a business entertainer. I'm gonna learn how to crochet. I'm gonna learn how to become a mechanic. I'm gonna become a quantum physicist. That's what they're saying. It's like I'm gonna sit at home, and I'm gonna fucking hit the books, and I'm gonna learn how to be a quantum physicist. And now they're just like, do you know what? I'm just gonna spend my time at home just becoming a fat fucking slob. You know? Oh, I've just learned how to make upside down cake, haven't I? You know what I mean? They're just gonna be baking and shit, or finally learning how to cook with their fucking stinking ass. You know what I mean? I'm just a lazy fucking piece of shit. I never fucking did anything, and now I'm learning how to cook for the first time. And that's the best thing you're gonna get out of it. That's why. This is why. I mean, you couldn't even cook a fucking omelette. Now you motherfuckers are acting like going, oh yeah, I'm gonna learn all these skills. Look what I did today. You're posting up your shit. Yeah, I fucking made a cake, didn't I? What do you mean a fucking cake? What's a fucking cake? What do you think there's a surplus of bakers out there? I've learned how to make cakes now. Like, what do you think that? What use is that, man? Do you think that's fucking useful? You'd learn how to make a cake. I'll make cakes now. Like, bruv. No one wants your shitty cakes, bruv. No one wants people learning the skills of making cakes. You know? Do you know what they want? They want good things. They want you out there like learning a good skill, so you can do good things. So people can go, hey, that's good. Thank you for spending the time to learn how to do this good thing. You just learn how to bake a fucking cake. It just upsets me, the whole fucking shitty thing. Now, why can't I find this thing on here? I mean, why am I... Why... Here we go. This is the kind of nonsense bullshit that I've had to mispleasure of fucking finding online. How can I make this? You know, I fucking don't like this program at all. I don't like it. Is that the best you can fucking do? Is this the best I'm getting? Fucking fuck. Oh my god. Fuck this fucking shit. No, that's not what I'm clicking on. Sorry, I'm just talking out loud whilst I fucking try and sort this crappy piece of shit out. I want to move over here. Fuck nugget, you know what I mean? Fucking piece of shit, cunt. Why is... God. I'm actually reaching that stage where I just want to give up. I am. I'm at that stage where I'm like, fuck this shit. Fuck, I had enough of this fucking bollocks, mate. Got better things to do with my time. Right, have a look at this crap. Anyway, this is just the spewage of a. Why is there two of these now? What is going on? This is the spewage of a fucking hater. This is a hater right here. See what I've seen someone share this and I was like, yo, this is just fucking. Is that an Australian accent I detect? No, it's not. Now, there's no point about this. This is, I don't know, some idiot shared this from some other idiot. Is no one else absolutely furious? They're being gaslit. 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 Do you know what I mean? Being gaslit into it. That's quite a fucking. That's a very bizarre interpretation of this whole situation, isn't it? Right. Anyway, we'll carry on, I suppose. Is anyone else absolutely furious they've been gaslit into believing the NHS is a charity that is funded by donations from working class people? I don't know. Anyone have been gaslit into believing the NHS was a charity, and a charity that's only specifically takes money from working class people. I didn't know charities I didn't know charities discriminated against where their donations come from. Sorry, you're a billionaire because you've given us £1 million. Yes. Well, we don't accept donations from billionaires. All right, that's too much money. That a 99-year-old man dragging himself up and down a patch of grass is being celebrated. Now, I just think it's weird that people are raising so much money for it. It's just, like I said, I just think it's like just lower the standards of achievement in a joking way. But this person's generally upset about it. Like, I'm not upset about it. I just think it's fucking weird and funny. But this person's really, really upset. Dragging himself up and down a patch of grass is being celebrated. It is nothing to celebrate. It's nothing to celebrate. Okay, well, you know. All right, Lauren Eve is someone who clearly wants to be very edgy right now. You're a very edgy young lady. Very edgy. You know, everyone's going to be like, oh, you go fucking tell him. What are you going to do next? Yeah, I'm going to go say fuck the Queen or something. Yeah, oh yeah. You know, it's nothing to celebrate. It's not a great example of the great British Blitz spirit. I don't think anyone said it was an example of the great British Blitz spirit, you know. I think an old man walking around his garden was part of the Blitz spirit. I don't know where she got that from. That's what the government and the press who prop them up want you to think, so you don't notice their catastrophic failings. No, what the press and the government want you to think is to be absolutely terrified all the time. So you stay indoors and they can pass new laws. That's what they want. You know, the press like you to be terrified because they can sell their bullshit articles, and the government want you to be terrified so you don't go outside and cause mischief. You know, I don't remember any sort of press release from the government going, right, the most important thing going on now is this old man in a garden. I don't remember. I'm not in England, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the police went around and knocked on doors and said, "Hey, what the fuck are you up to now?" I don't know. Nothing. Saying, well, there's an old man walking around his garden, and you need to be donating money, and that needs to be the only. It needs to be your number one concern right now is this old geezer walking around a garden. Is what you need to be concerned about. All right, fuckhead, and they'll punch you. Okay, I don't think that's happened. Anyway, it is a stain on this government and the way this country is being run. It is utterly shameful. Why are we not furious that a pregnant nurse died when she shouldn't have been at work in the first place, while Sick Note Johnson laws it up at his country manor? I don't know, because I don't care about either of them, to be honest with you. Anyway, that care workers are being rewarded for their work with the honour of being paid, or for the honour of paying for a fucking badge. What badge? A Blue Peter badge? What are you talking about? I have no idea what she's talking about. I don't think she does. What's this badge they got to pay for, and what does it get them? Free entry to the Natural History Museum? I'm not even sure. We are being asked to do our bit and dig into our pockets to pay for a service that we already paid for. You're being asked by the government to do it. I think it's weird that people are donating. It's like, save your own money, because you might need it. You don't when you're jobless and shit. But I don't think you're being. Who's asking you? Who are you angry at? Who are you angry at asking you? Who's asked you? Who asked you though? Like, who actually asked you? It wasn't the government. It wasn't the media. I think it's bored people on Facebook going, "This is inspirational." An old man walking around his garden. And look, here's a paraplegic bench pressing dildos. I don't know, do I? It is not a charity. You're being asked to pay for the shortcomings of this government. It's not fucking comic relief. That's right. Because charity is for those poor, starving weirdos in weird countries. The NHS shouldn't be receive donations. We need to be just donating to, the kids with the flies in their eyeballs and shit. The weirdos. Well, see the weirdos on TV? They just pop up and go, "Oh, I'm dying and shit. I have to walk to a well." And well, it sucks to be you. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe the nasty party. The nasty party. That sounds like, if I was going to have a political party, it'd be called the nasty party. And our sort of ethos would be, every Friday we have a nasty party, Have a hot tub just full of KY and whipped cream, and then women just fight each other inside it whilst we all bukkake them. Now, the nasty party. Maybe the nasty party should ask their billionaire mates to dig deep, or even perhaps pay the taxes that they owe in the first place. Yeah, that's right. Because there's nothing else to pay for. The left always knew the last election was literally a matter of life or death. Right. I see. I didn't know that. If I'd known, I wouldn't have given a shit either way. I didn't know it was a matter of life and death, but they knew it was going to be a matter of life and death, who you voted for. Because everyone knew it was a matter of life. No, everyone knew. They knew. She knew. She knew. All the correct thinking. All the people that think correctly. Not you, probably, but them, And we are seeing it every day, and it's the worst thing to be proven right about. And I don't know, you haven't been proven right about anything apart from being, one of the world's least entertaining people. But what else she said? Those of you who voted this utterly disgraceful government into power should be absolutely ashamed of yourselves. I think you should be ashamed of yourself for just writing stuff. ETA. What's ETA? ETA. Isn't that a fucking Spanish separatist group that bombs trains? Those of you arguing on my post that I shouldn't be making it political, everything is political! I hate people like that. Everything's political. No, everything shouldn't be political, and fuck politics. Politics doesn't affect my life. Do you know why? Because I don't care. Pay your taxes. No, thank you. You should do this. No. You know, I don't think politics affects me at all because I don't really follow the rules. You know, rules are for squares, man. She's a square. Everything's political. You should do everything. You know, I'll just get my own money because I'll have more money because I don't care about paying taxes, and I'll go private. You know, so all the fucking taxes I didn't have to pay, don't have to be spent on the NHS. I can spend it on my own. You know, in a private clinic where everything's better. Do you know what I mean? It's much better. Existing as a political act when you're not a white, middle-class, heterosexual, cisgendered man. White, middle-class, heterosexual. I don't know what cisgendered means. Is that like a man? Well, I mean, I'd say, wow, okay. So she says, existing is a political act when you're not. So my existence, because I tick too many boxes, my existence is not a political act? Well, good. Huh, cool. Well, I'm glad that settles that. Because I was worried I'd hate for my existence to be a political act. I wasn't expecting so many people to see this post. So I'll add this for clarity. Vote the Tories out. Fund the NHS. Give a damn. Yeah! There. I don't care what you have to say. Who gives a fuck anyway? Shut up. All I say is this. I've never heard so much virtual signaling in my entire life. You see, the point is, even if there were some points being made, because at the end you can tell this is written by a nutter, isn't it? It's like, existing is a political act when you're not a white, middle-class, heterosexual, cisgendered man. And after reading all that, you're like, oh, well, this is just nonsense, because you wrote it. I think from now on, because we get bombarded with so much information, that's such a waste of time. I think it'll be much appreciated by the majority of humanity if you're going to write your nonsense, you know, whether it's an article or your Facebook post or where, you know, just the general nonsense that you come into contact all the time. If you could put the bits that definitely confirm you're a nut job at the beginning, then you'd save a lot of people a lot of heartache, you know. All the nutters that like this kind of stuff, you know, read away. But for us who just don't like people shouting and, you know, clowns basically, you know, clowns are supposed to shut up now. I always hoped that the coronavirus was just created to kill clowns. You know, I thought it was the last, you know, the last sort of death move against Clown World or something, you know, but I was wrong about that. So, you know, so if you could just at the top of your post or your article just have, yeah, I'm one of those nutters. No, I'm a social justice warrior nutter, you know, or I'm a Nazi, whatever it is, before we have to read all your silly talking points. No, this is a, you know, I'm making commentary on animal welfare, and it says, by the way, I'm a vegan. They were like, I'm not going to read this, you know what I mean? Here's some pseudoscience. Here's some opinion with no facts. I'm an opinionated loudmouth player hater, or whatever it is. Just put it at the beginning so we don't have to waste our times. You know, you think you're so fucking edgy. You're there, this girl's there just shouting at TV because there's a 99-year-old man walking around his garden. She's fucking livid. She wants, because she's like, why don't I get as much attention as a 99-year-old man? And now he's got a #1 single. I think that is probably the funniest part of the whole thing, that he's suddenly gone to #1. I mean, I haven't listened to the song, so obviously I've got way better things to do, but like, what the fuck is he, what was he rapping on? What's he doing on it? What's he doing on that song? Or is it just or is it like Simon Cowell situation? He played 3 notes on a record. Is he ping his medals? Ding, ding, ding. And then they just sampled it. So I don't know. I'm not going to listen to it to find out. But, you know, she's like, why don't I have a #1 record and have as much attention as a 90-year-old man? I know. I'll say something that's going to piss people off. And what sort of comments do you get on here? Well said, Lauren. The NHS isn't a charity, it's a service, and we all need. And it's been underfunded, and its staff treated abysmally for a decade. I suspect then if Labour would have got in, there wouldn't be any deaths. Yes, it's all a hypothetical argument. Yeah, I'd say so, isn't it? So it's sort of a bold claim that no one would die. The government is doing more. You forgot to mention they encourage clapping once a week and are consistently a mandatory silence for the NHS. Some studies suggest a 1 minute silence per week and a round of applause is way better than a respectful and deserved wage. Hello, I haven't had sex in years. Does any woman want to acknowledge my existence? I'm waving my white flag with my limp little penis. Seb, Robert Fairley. You know, this guy's a sex offender, clearly. You can tell. You know, these sort of virtuous male feminist types, you know they're fucking sex offenders, don't you? Creepy, weird bastards. You know they are. They just, they protest too much. Quite pathetic to think Labour would be better, though I agree with the rest of what you say. Yeah. Everything's political. Austerity was a consequence of poor management by a Labour government. I mean, Tony Blair pretty much opened the door for a potential privatised health system. Says a guy that probably knows what he's talking about. Who knows? Someone says, see, this is the kind of comment you should have from Richard Claricoats. That's a name. That's not a real fucking name. No one has that surname no more. And it's since the 17th century, bruv. Bollocks. That's what he says. This is the sort of reply you should have on all these kinds of things or anything like that. When someone's just yelling at you, you should just go, just go, bollocks, shut up. You know, it's absolute nonsense. Oh yeah, having a fucking terrorist in charge is going to make a lot of difference. Total disrespect for the 99-year-old man, and no one is telling anyone to dig their hands in their pockets. It's voluntary. It is true. Who'd be a politician? Well said, Val. The old guy has done well, but shouldn't have to do this. Yeah, no one forced his old geezer to go walking around his garden. He just thought, oh, this will be a good thing to do. You know, he didn't expect to raise that much fucking money. You know, I think he should be raising that money for something better, because there's a lot of Instagram hoes out there going hungry. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to need that fucking money too. They do need that money. You know what I mean? They need that fucking money. So, just thrown out there, the Instagram hoes do need that money. What would be an ideal, well, not an ideal, I don't know why I'm saying what would be an ideal outcome of all this. Obviously, it wouldn't be an ideal outcome at all. But it wouldn't surprise me if it, you know, judging by the way things are these days, that the old geezer walking around his garden, you know, they sort of go, you know, if they take his, I doubt he have a laptop, maybe a desktop, they take it in for a service and they just find, you know, just mountains of kiddie porn on it. I just wouldn't be surprised if that happened, because all our heroes turn out to be wrong uns. I mean, look, when I was a kid, you know, there's only 2 people I ever wrote a letter to. You know, we used to write letters back in those days before you all became illiterate fuck nuggets that you are now. You know, before all your penises stopped working because you whack off to porn too much. Back in the day, we were better human beings, a better class of human, if you like. That's why God said, yes, release the virus, because some of these fucks need to go. Unfortunately, the young ones aren't being killed. This is an oversight, but you know. But back then, you know, we used to write letters. You'd write a letter to a celebrity. The only 2 people I ever wrote a letter to was Jimmy Savile when he presented Jim Will Fix It, and Rolf Harris when he had Rolf's Cartoon Club. I won't say what I asked for. It was a rim job. I said, can I be, you know, you can be the bun, I'll be the burger, baby. That's what I said in the letter to Jimmy Savile as a young boy. Turned out he just liked little girls, so God, didn't I look silly? I'm joking, obviously, that's what happened. But those are the only two people I ever wrote to. And they both turn out to be fucking wrong-uns in the end. You know, you shouldn't prop people up because people have flaws, you know. Some people are very pernickety. You could worship someone and say, oh, he's my favourite singer. Then it turns out he's an Arsenal supporter and you're just like, oh, God. I'm not a Tottenham supporter, by the way. I'm just saying, you know, a Tottenham supporter would probably do that. You know. That's probably why loads of people have died, because come and say, who do you support? Man United? Like, just leave me to fucking die, you can. You know, people are like that, innit? That's why the world's broken. You know, you just all. And in the end of the days, you know, majority of you are just complete fuck weasels. Do you know what I mean? I just don't know what to do with you. You know, God said what He wants. Once you're fucking dead. No, He doesn't. I'm sure Jesus or Elijah loves you. Someone loves you along the way. I'm pretty sure of it. Anyway, I digress. That's it. That's the only thing I really wanted to talk about tonight. I'll be back on Wednesday. Doing Wednesday. I'm going to do Wednesday now. I'm not doing Tuesdays anymore. Mainly because I'm business schmoozing tomorrow night. Schmoozing! I'm getting set up, man, whilst all you out there are, you know, just picking lice out your fucking hair and making banana bread, you know, with your unkempt hair and just watching Tiger King. Man's out here making moves. So, keep that in mind, you broke bitch ass.